personally the I take care of the business expansion also. So again, my history, I've been in the hospitality industry from the last 20 years. I've handled clubs, I've handled restaurants, I've handled what two hotels. So I have been in the hospitality industry in the back end, front end, and in the retail bit. So how did we start up this brand? So Dr. Bubbles, first we'll say what is bubble tea. जो हमारा concept है, जो हमारा main selling point है, is bubble tea. So what is this concept? Bubble tea is actually a Southeast Asian concept जिसमें it's a meal in a whole drink in which you take a nice milky drink or a black tea drink जिसके अंदर tapioca जो carbs होते हैं जो starchy balls होते हैं that you put it becomes a whole protein come carby kind a complete meal kind of a drink. So a lot of people who are on the go have this thing uh, called bubble tea. So it's rather than a drink, it is also a meal which you bite on or eat on. So this concept has been there from ages in Southeast Asia, but अभी US, UK, all the Western countries में भी ये बहुत kick up हो गया है. Right now, if you see the most trending fast food जो concept है in any Western countries, अब US देख लीजिए, UK देख लीजिए, दुबई देख लीजिए, तो right now bubble tea is the most trending fast food concept in these countries. I will give you an example in such, there are places which have लाइक एक ही स्ट्रीट के ऊपर चार चार बबल टी आउटलेट्स होने के बाद में भी सब में रश है. दैट इज इतना पावर है. आई गिव यू अनदर एग्जांपल ऑफ हाउ बिग बबल टी इज. हांगकांग में बबल टी कंपनी जस्ट गॉट वैल्यूड फॉर $5 billion. A company which didn't even exist 5 years back. That is the rate with what bubble tea is growing all over the world. So we were the first brand in India. We launched about 5 years back. 5 years back से the growth has been slow because bubble tea का सामने भी बहुत प्रोडक्ट्स थे लाइक मिल्क शेक्स एंड वॉफल्स. वो प्रोडक्ट ऑलरेडी बहुत पीक पे चल रहे थे, बट बिकॉज ऑफ द पैंडेमिक वी हैव सीन ऑल दीज फास्ट फूड जो थे डेजर्ट प्रोडक्ट्स जो थे हैव टेकन अ हिट एंड नाउ द होल कंट्री इज लुकिंग फॉर द नेक्स्ट फास्ट फूड और नेक्स्ट जो ट्रेंड होता है वो देख रही है. तो आई रियली फील वी बबल टी एज अ प्रोडक्ट वुड हैव अ लवली फ्यूचर बिकॉज नॉर्मली जो भी वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज में होता है या इंटरनेशनल कंट्रीज में जो चल रहा होता है वो ऑटोमेटिकली इंडिया में ट्रिकल डाउन होता ही है. एंड इन दैट सेंस वी हैव अ वेरी वेरी बिग अपर हैंड. We have been there from last 5 years. We have incorporated ourselves in very good in the front end also. We have about 45 outlets. जिसके अंदर we know how franchising works, how do we deliver to a customer, and we have even set our back end. जिसके अंदर we manufacture our own machineries, we manufacture our own raw materials, and we even supply them directly. So we have taken the whole जो पूरा chain होता है of the whole restaurant, the whole cafe, the whole circle, we are taking care of the whole circle. So इसमें because we've done that, we really feel it's a good opportunity for any people who want to come into the hospitality line to join with Dr. Bubbles. Because पहली बात तो concept में दम है. दम क्यों है? I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about the concept of bubble tea. If you search anywhere online, you don't have to go for my comment. You can literally go and type in bubble tea across the world and see how big it is. So concept में दम है. Brand, we've always been there from last 5 years. We've won awards. We've since we have a really good backend chain. We have a full software in which we control everything. So in that sense, we really work. So now I'll just go on to the next slide in which we talk about more about ourselves as well. So now the next slide is about us. So we initially started in 2015 with 3 outlets. In the 3 outlets, why we did 3 outlets? We wanted to see 3 different. These were our first outlets in which we were importing everything. We were importing the raw materials, we were importing the machinery. So we just wanted to see the impact of the crowd kya hai. So the first 3 outlets we started, one was in a mall, one was on the high street, जो shopping street होती है, and one was in an area which is known as a shop, a khao gali kind of a place. तो तीनों के हमको अलग सेल्स पैटर्न आया. वी सॉ व्हाट इज द काइंड ऑफ हमारा टारगेट ऑडियंस इंडिया में क्या होएगा, तो वो हिसाब से वी स्टार्टेड डेवलपिंग द प्रोडक्ट. तो टैपियोका मैंने सॉरी बबल टी जैसे मैंने बोला इट मेड विद टैपियोका बॉल. हमने इंडिया में देखा इट वाज नॉट रियली गेटिंग एक्सेप्टेड अ लॉट. अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल who were traveled abroad, they knew exactly what bubble tea is there, and they are the only people who are asking for the tapioca ball. So we came up with these popping bubbles, we came up with jellies, We came up with aloe vera jelly, and ये हर चीज में फिर हमारे पास 10 से 15 फ्लेवर्स होते हैं. तो that is one of how we kicked up the market. We kicked up a totally new product like popping bubbles. हमारे पहले इंडिया में किसी ने भी नहीं लेके आए थे. The fruit jellies again in your drinks, no one in India had done that. So we started doing a lot of innovations, and we started moving on the brand. Now a lot of people will say, okay, first of all, so you will say why hospitality. A lot of people, hospitality में जिनको interest है, they want to do franchising. Franchising is a very good step to enter into the hospitality line, because normally, when you get inspired by hospitality, you are just seeing the front end कि ये प्रोडक्ट है, ये प्रोडक्ट की प्राइस इतनी होगी एंड इतने में मैं बेच दूंगा. बट उसके बैक एंड में बहुत सवाल जवाब रहता है, विच इज आदमी घुसने के बाद उनको मालूम पड़ता है कि ये उनसे होएगा कि नहीं होएगा. So that is why franchising is a very good hand holder for new people who are entering into the industry. Now franchising तो एक अलग बात है. Now franchising आपने डिसाइड कर लिया, उसके बाद आप डिसाइड करेंगे कि मैं कौन सा कॉन्सेप्ट, कौन सा ब्रांड ले लूँ. So that is why we'll explain why Dr. Bubble, how is Dr. Bubble going to be your good partner. So first of all, so आप कोई भी ब्रांड लेंगे तो that brand should be innovative, that brand should be unique. एक यूनिक प्रोपोजिशन आप मार्केट में लेके आना चाहिए हमारे हिसाब से. बिकॉज कैफे तो 10 लोग ने खोल के रखे हैं, 10 नहीं, उसके बाजू में और 4 लोग खोलेंगे, वही सेम कॉफी आप कितनी बेच लेंगे. तो आप यूनिक उसमें खाली फिर इंटीरियर बना सकते हैं, यूनिक मार्केटिंग कर सकते हैं. देयर इज नथिंग यूनिक अबाउट द कॉन्सेप्ट. तो हमारा जो पूरा प्रोडक्ट है वही यूनिक है. हम आगे जाके आपको प्रोडक्ट की लिस्ट बताएंगे. नन ऑफ व्हाट वी आर ऑफरिंग इन द मार्केट, और कोई भी मार्केट में वो कोई भी प्रोडक्ट ऑफर नहीं कर रहा. तो वी आर अ कंप्लीटली यूनिक प्रोपोजिशन इन द मार्केट. या बट हम इतने भी अलग नहीं है कि एक टोटली न्यू प्रोडक्ट हम लेके आ रहे हैं. वी मेड इट वेरी सिमिलर टू इंडियन प्रोडक्ट्स, बट उसमें हर चीज में हमारा एक यूनिक ट्विस्ट है. Another thing, because we have gone into the back end also, like manufacturing machines, manufacturing the raw materials, हमारा initial setup cost is also very low. Like if you consider big brands like Eventus and Belgian Waffle, सबका setup cost is about 40 lakh rupees. Then we are right now talking at about 15 to 16 lakh rupees setup cost in total. So our initial cost also is very low, and उसके बाद में हमारा जो raw material, जो food costing जो रहता है, that is only about 15 to 20%. And कोई कोई प्रोडक्ट में to about 25%. So in sense you can say average 20% हमारा कॉस्ट पड़ता है. And that includes everything, your raw materials, your disposables, your consumables, everything is included in that food cost. So in a food industry, to get anything above 50% as your profit is a good thing, and we are offering about 75 to 80% as your profit margin. Another thing, we have made the product in which there's something for everyone. जैसे हमने बबल टी जब भी लॉन्च किए थे, we saw that the market is only for 15 to 35 का market. But then we started adding waffles, we started adding pizzas, we started adding savories, we started adding a lot of desserts. So we made we have full hot chai ka menu, hot coffee ka menu. So like a full family comes, we made sure that we give something to everyone. Another thing, you will take a brand who's already established. So we see ourselves as an established brand. We don't see ourselves as a big brand, but we do see ourselves as an established brand because we've opened about 45 outlets pan India. And another thing, हमारे बोलने से नहीं, दूसरे के बोलने से recognition मिलती है. So we won about 4 awards in the last 2 years. Most of them are for innovation in the food industry. So another thing, we have is we can always innovate and we can always change according to the customer. And हमारा यही जो formula है, जो need and speed is taking us ahead and ahead, because it is a new concept. People are going to say कि हमारे को इसमें ऐसा taste नहीं पसंद, ऐसा. And because we control the raw material, it becomes very easy for us to change the product. Another thing, we are run at a FOFO model concept. इसमें फायदा क्या है? For people who are really interested in coming into the hospitality industry, we totally train you to run the outlet on your own. इसमें हमारा involvement is going to be only up to training, but we have made it in such a way that is totally machine operated. तो उसमें स्टाफिंग की आपको कोई जरूरत ही नहीं है, मतलब ट्रेन स्टाफ की. जैसे आप मैकडॉनल्ड में देख लीजिए, 90% ऑफ मैकडॉनल्ड स्टाफ आर फ्रेशर्स, because everything is done according to an SOP. SOP means the standard operating procedure. हमारा भी स्टैंडर्ड ऑपरेटिंग प्रोसीजर का पूरा मैनुअल है. एवरीथिंग इज सेट. देयर इज नो डिफरेंस बिटवीन मैं बनाऊं, मेरा स्टाफ बनाए या आप बनाओ. It is going to be exactly same. The taste will be same because the raw materials are supplied all over India. Our taste in Bombay will be the same, and our taste in Kashmir will be the same. And because it is made by the same machine in that same time, So जो आपका बैक एंड है will be totally sorted, but the store you will get total control over everything. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि we will control the money, we will control the staff. You will have complete control over the full shop. So it gives you a very fast learning curve into the industry. Nothing very positive from our side. We do not require staff which is worked in a cafe or experienced staff. We can actually take your office peon who never worked in the industry ever. उन्हें कभी काम नहीं किया, but yeah, he needs to be smart. Qualification is not a very big criteria for us, yeah, but we need a smart person. उनको हम पूरा 2 दिन में के अंदर पूरा ट्रेन कर सकते हैं to the whole menu. Because like I told, everything is machine operated and everything mostly done in a 3-step procedure. We supply premixes, we supply flavors. खाली 3 स्टेप के अंदर आपकी चीज बन जाती है, not in more than 5 minutes. So that the same person who is taking the order can take the drink and serve it to the customer in not more than 5 minutes. Nothing. Okay, so we work on a concept in which we require really small shops. We are not working at a cafe model. We are looking at a 150 to 250 square feet area. First, because franchising में तो आदमी घुस रहा है, industry में तो घुस रहा है, but everyone wants to make money. Now, because they want to make money and everyone does not have humongous budgets, so that's why first, if you invest low, you can get your returns faster. So that's why first criteria of us is to make the investment of our franchise as low as possible. Another thing, we want it to be easy to operate for the franchise. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि उन्हें लेने के बाद सोच रहे कि उनको ये चीज का कंट्रोल ही नहीं हो रहा है या उनको so that is why we've kept everything machine operated and everything the training we give start to end. So it becomes very easy to operate. Now, because it is a smaller place, you need not more than 2 people to operate the store. 90% most of our franchisees only sit in the in the outlet. So if you do that, you need only 1 extra person to help you out in the outlet. Another thing is, a smaller outlets, it's very easy to create an ambience. So you don't need to spend a lot of money to create, into interior design. आपका full store का interior cost will not be more than 4 to 5 lakh rupees. And this is, I'm catching the max cap. That includes your AC and everything. But if you consider a big shop, उसके अंदर ऑटोमेटिकली आप 600 फुट की जगह ले लिए तो उसके अंदर इंटीरियर में ज्यादा खर्चा लगेगा, एसी में ज्यादा खर्चा लगेगा. Automatically, to create an ambience, to create a unique look, you will have to spend more money. So that's why smaller the shop, smaller the investments, easier to get a good look. Nothing. If you have lesser the staff, it becomes more easier to control. आपके यहाँ 10 लोग रहेंगे कंट्रोल करने के लिए, तो ऑटोमेटिकली वो 10 लोग को आपको कंट्रोल करना डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा. पूरा एक सिस्टम बनाना पड़ेगा फिर स्टाफ को कंट्रोल करने के लिए. So that's why a smaller outlet really works. Nothing, stock control. See, the bigger the outlet, you have to start serving to the customer on the on the table. Cafe के अंदर normally serve करना पड़ता है, clear करना पड़ता है. Here we are mostly working on a takeaway concept. तो 150 square feet में से आपका 100 square feet is kitchen. तो उसके अंदर खाली 50 square feet जो हम स्टैंडिंग एरिया बनाते हैं, in which a person stand drink, and so normally उनका turnaround time of a customer is not more than 10 minutes, जिसमें वो खाएगा पिएगा and then he moves off. तो स्टॉक कंट्रोल बिकम्स इजियर बिकॉज यू आर नॉट गिविंग एनीथिंग इन विच आपको धोना है, वो चीज यूज करना है, उसको काउंट करना है. हमारा तो टोटल डिस्पोजेबल कॉन्सेप्ट है. नथिंग, जितनी छोटी दुकान रहेगी ऑटोमेटिकली उसका उतना रेंट कम रहेगा. बट वी नॉर्मली डोंट एम्फसाइज ऑन लेसर रेंट प्लेसेस, वी एम्फसाइज ऑन लोकेशन की प्राइम जगह होनी चाहिए. उसमें आप छोटी जगह लेंगे तो चलेगा. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप बेकार जगह है, बेकार लोकेशन में भी आप छोटी जगह ले रहे हैं, बिकॉज दिस इज अ वेरी इम्पल्सिव बाय प्रोडक्ट. ये इम्पल्सिव बाई का मतलब क्या है कि ये प्रोडक्ट जब तक बिकेगा नहीं, जब तक मार्केट में रहेगा नहीं, लोग आके लेंगे नहीं. आप कितना मार्केटिंग के ऊपर आप सपोर्ट दे सकते हो टू हिट अ प्रोडक्ट, नॉट मोर देन 25%. आफ्टर दैट इट हैज टू बी वॉक-इन एंड इट हैज टू बी रिपीट कस्टमर. तो मार्केटिंग कैन बी जस्ट टेक केयर ऑफ अ लिमिटेड अमाउंट ऑफ पुश, बट इट हैज टू बी द लोकेशन. इफ इट इज नॉट एक्सेसिबल, इफ इट इज नॉट सीन, अगर लोग को दिखना नहीं है कि कितना क्राउड है अंदर, तो ऑटोमेटिकली लोग आएंगे नहीं जगह पर. So that is why a good location is important. Like now, all these points relate to a faster return of investment because everything relates to like less staff हो गया, less consumables हो गया, less investment हो गया. So everything will return to a higher return on investment. Now, I'll just give you basic USPs of our brand. USPs means unique propositions, in which unique selling proposition. हमारा selling proposition क्या है? तो फर्स्ट तो हमारा जो कॉन्सेप्ट है दैट इज बबल टी. जो हमारा the product है, that is only very unique. In bubble tea, we are the only people serving bubble coffee. We are the people we are selling bubble shakes. We are serving bubble yogurts, or which is bubble lassis. Even our waffles are different. We don't do Belgian waffles. We do American waffles. So everything we have is a very unique proposition. All our outlets again have the same look, same interiors. We have an interior designing team which is in-house. So for example, you go to a McDonald's, anywhere, उसका जो look है वो black and yellow का look ही पूरे इंडिया में आपको मिलेगा. So we have a very lab theme kind of a look. Why lab theme? Because we consider ourselves, when a person enters into our place, it's more like an experiment. He's trying it first time. So we have made it also like an experiment. Even our uniforms are based and looks like लैब कोट ऑफ लैब में जो लोग काम करते हैं, डॉक्टर की कोट जैसे हमने टी शर्ट्स बनाया हुआ है. तो वी हैव अ वेरी यूनिक लुक लाइक दैट. अगेन वी हैव सम इंग्रेडिएंट्स वी डू इंपोर्ट बिकॉज आवर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फैसिलिटीज को इतना कंजम्पशन है नहीं कि वी कैन सेट अप मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फॉर दोस इयर्स. बट आफ्टर 100 outlets we do plan to localize our product completely into India. So there are products like tapioca and these bubbles we still import from कोरिया एंड ताइवान. इन आवर नाउ आप बोलेंगे कि हमारे मेन्यू की रेंज क्या है. तो एवरी प्रोडक्ट लाइन वी हैव अबाउट 20 फ्लेवर्स व्हिच कैन बी अगेन कंबाइंड विद 20 डिफरेंट फ्लेवर्स ऑफ टॉपिंग्स. So that makes it 400 different types of combinations we have in our menu. Nothing, our brand is completely veg. In some products, so we are completely vegan. Like we are the only ones in India doing vegan shakes and vegan lassis. Again, vegan concept सबके समझ में नहीं आता है, but yeah, it is completely exactly tastes like a thick ice cream shake or a thick lassi. तो taste में कोई compromise नहीं हुआ है. But yeah, we do use non-dairy creamers. We are a completely non-dairy brand. Non-dairy में फायदा ये है कि प्रोडक्ट की लाइफ बढ़ जाती है, प्रोडक्ट का टेस्ट कांस्टेंट रहता है, प्रोडक्ट हेल्दियर हो जाता है, प्रोडक्ट लेस कैलोरी हो जाता है, बट कोई भी तरह के से उसमें टेस्ट में कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं होता है. लाइक आप मैकडॉनल्ड्स में भी देखेंगे तो एवरीथिंग इज पाउडर बेस्ड. आप स्टारबक्स में भी जाएंगे तो एवरीथिंग इज पाउडर बेस्ड. तो the Starbucks is something they are still powder based here. So anything which is thick, it is all powder based. Everything we serve is powder based or cream based, which is non-dairy. These are some of the franchisees. I will be putting these slides and putting this brochure again on email. So I would hope everyone who's interested or even half interested, please put your email ID or give us your email ID. We will be sending us the full investor presentation. I will be sending you a full financial model जिसमें आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट का पूरा ब्रेकअप होएगा, आप कैसे रिकवरी करेंगे उसका ब्रेकअप होएगा, आपका सेल्स पैटर्न क्या होएगा, इन सेंस योर टोटल 5-year प्लान का जो एवरेज रिकवरी होना चाहिए. वी विल पुट इन डिटेल के अंदर हम आपको एक पूरा मॉडल बना के भेजेंगे व्हिच यू कैन स्टडी. Nothing, my phone number is right down. I personally take care of each and every franchise. So I'm always accessible on this number. I will be again putting this slide at the end of the presentation. So you can take down the number. My number is 9967663030. But I would still request everyone, please put your email ID. I will not be calling anyone directly on their numbers, but you are always welcome to put your numbers. I will not invade your privacy. So first I will put the email and then we, if you are interested, we can move on with other. Nothing, very, very big important point. Everyone talks about हमने brand ले लिया, हमने concept ले लिया, अभी brand का support क्या होएगा? How will the brand help us to grow? How will the brand grow भी नहीं? How will the ये जो 5 year का term है, okay, yes. So our franchise agreement is for 5 years. A lot of people ask me कि हम कितने साल के लिए associate होते हैं? तो जो भी हमारी franchise fee decide होती है, that is for 5 years agreement. And ये 5 years तक हम you will be allowed to use the brand and we will be totally servicing the brand including everything. So these are going to be our service points. First, so design. We'll be taking care of all designs, including your interior designing से लेके exterior designing से लेके your offline marketing से लेके your online marketing. Offline marketing का जो word है मतलब pamphlets हो गए, visiting cards हो गए, आपके hoardings हो गए. So we'll be taking care of everything. इन टर्म्स ऑफ ऑनलाइन मार्केटिंग का क्या मतलब, वो ऑनलाइन मार्केटिंग का मतलब है आपका पोस्ट से लेके आपका फॉर एग्जांपल आपको वेबसाइट पे कुछ मार्केटिंग करना है, वो हम डिजाइन करके देंगे. वी हैव अ फुल डिजाइनिंग टीम इन हाउस टू टेक केयर ऑफ ईच एंड एवरी फ्रेंचाइज. ऐसा नहीं है कि हमने जो एक कॉन्सेप्ट के लिए बनाया वही हम सब आउटलेट्स को देंगे. वी कैन मेक कस्टमाइज्ड डिजाइन फॉर एवरी आउटलेट. क्योंकि फॉर एग्जाम्पल लैंग्वेज बैरियर रहता है, कोई स्टेट्स के अंदर कोई एक्स लैंग्वेज रहती है, तो वी कांट बी यूजिंग आवर सेम लैंग्वेज फॉर एवरी स्टेट, तो वी विल मेक इट एग्जैक्टली स्टेट टू स्टेट बेसिस के हिसाब से हम बना के देंगे। अनदर थिंग, जो हमारा टारगेट ऑडियंस है इट्स 15 to 35, एंड ये जो टारगेट ऑडियंस है बेसिकली आज की तारीख में अपने फोन लैपटॉप पे ही बैठता है या टीवी पे भी देखता है, तो ऑनलाइन टीवी देखता है। तो राइट नाउ वी आर फोकसिंग मेनली ऑन ऑनलाइन मार्केटिंग विच इज सोशल मीडिया मार्केटिंग। तो सोशल मीडिया मार्केटिंग में हम आपके लिए एक स्पेशल पेज बनाएंगे। हमारा जो मेन पेज है ऑफ डॉक्टर बबल्स इंडिया वो तो है ही, बट फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप सूरत में आउटलेट डाल रहे हो, तो हम लोग डॉक्टर बबल्स सूरत का एक पेज बनाएंगे, एंड विच इन विच यू विल ऑल्सो बी एन एडमिन, तो यू कैन इंटरेक्ट पर्सनली विथ योर कस्टमर, यू कैन पुट इन ऑफर्स, एंड उसके अंदर हम पोस्ट एंड जो सपोर्ट है वो हमारा चालू ही रहेगा। So it's not like you will be disconnected from your customers. We will make a page which you will be directly connected to your customers कि क्या reviews आ रहा है, you can directly reply to the reviews. We'll make a complete page and we'll support it. Nothing back end support. Back end support में we will completely set up the outlet, we will completely give you machineries, we'll service them, we'll give you periodical training. Initially तो हम full physical training देते हैं, पर उसके बाद में we keep on spicing it up और sprucing it up with every month 2 months के अंदर हम लोग ऑनलाइन ट्रेनिंग सेशंस रखते हैं। Another thing, we will be training you for events. Events is something which is very big money, which I'll come to in later slides. So events के लिए there's another way of doing it. So we will be training you for events. Another thing, we can do pan India marketing. So like people, okay, we are a Mumbai based brand, but because social media का reach जो है, which is all over the world, we can easily market in any city of India, and we will have to do a little bit of market survey के लोगों का उधर demography क्या है, लोगों को क्या पसंद है, उधर का age bracket क्या है, and we will do customized marketing for everyone, marketing for everyone over there. Another thing, we keep on sharing new innovations to our franchises. जैसे like initially I told you, we are not stuck to one single concept. We are a brand which is continuously innovating into new and new things as such. Really sorry. So we keep on innovating these new concepts, and first हम क्या करते हैं, हम हमारे outlets पे launch करते हैं. We see what is the customer feedback, and then we start giving out to our franchises. Our our USPs, we make our own machinery, everything. Like initially when we got in these machines, we have gotten these machines from outside India. Our concept का जो cost था was about 35-40 lakh rupees only in the setup. Right now आप मानेंगे नहीं, it's just 3 lakh rupees for all the machineries because everything is made in India. These are our outlets जो हम initially 2015 में चालू किए थे, 2018 तक we were at about 50 outlets. Now another thing, how to get your ROI faster. First तो you have to give your 100%. जब तक आप आपका 100% नहीं देंगे कोई भी hospitality industry के अंदर, you're not going to get the full potential out of it. तो 100% तो देना compulsory होता ही है. Another thing, we will always support you with social media, Facebook, Instagram, जो marketing है, we will support you through that. Nothing big money, which is events. Events के अंदर, there are outlets who are doing more money in events than the outlet. तो आप आउटलेट में जो हम आपको प्रेडिक्शन देते हैं कि आप इतना कमा लेंगे, आप इवेंट्स अगर करेंगे तो आप उतना ही जो आप 100% कर रहे हो उसकी जगह आप 200% इजीली कमा सकते हो. बट या सीजनल होता है इवेंट्स, बर्थडे पार्टीज, किटी पार्टीज, पीपल. एंड इसमें फायदा क्या है, जो हमारा प्रोडक्ट है नो वन इन इंडिया इज डूइंग इट. सो इफ पीपल वांट बबल टी दे हैव टू कम टू डॉक्टर बबल. वी गेट लॉट ऑफ इंक्वायरीज डायरेक्टली व्हिच वी ट्रांसफर टू आवर franchises, and they normally get business through us also for events. Now we'll talk about our food. So initially when we started we were just a bubble tea brand, but now we are more known as a dessert brand. Even our desserts are completely unique. Like you can see, this is a half-liter glass, and half-liter glass से भी बड़ा waffle है, तो इसका impact is really strong. Even our waffles are completely different, our pancakes are completely different. So we've given a full dessert concept. Then again, our USP of our products, our ingredients are all naturally sourced. Tapioca जो product है, we still import from Korea and Taiwan. Our fruit flavors we have made to Indian taste exactly. And even our shakes जो हम initially जब भी out of India में जब भी देखते थे, this concept is very thin concept, जो पतला concept होता है. We made it a really thick concept. So we've made it to suit Indian taste. But yeah, but we do have the authentic section. ऐसा नहीं है कि हमने authentic section निकाल ही दिया है. Again, one of the very big important things, we are not a completely premixed brand. तो ऐसा नहीं हम कस्टमर के हिसाब से बना के नहीं दे सकते. तो everything is freshly brewed. It is handmade to order. Nothing is vegetarian and जैसे मैंने बताया था, we use only non-dairy creamers. Now this is the range of our product lines. ये हमारी आइस टी की लाइन है, मिल्कशेक्स की लाइन है, कैपुचिनो जो कॉफी की लाइन है, जो वॉफल्स है, आइस कॉफीज है, योगर्ट शेक जो लस्सीज है, waffles again the square waffles and chai and everything may we have at least 10 to 20 different varieties in every concept. Really wide product line. ऐसा matcha tea होती है and popular taro tea. So we keep on experimenting. This is the 10 to 20 different flavors जो बोल रहा था. This is the 10 to 20 different flavors. Again, I'll be putting this all slides on the email, so you can go through it aram se. I'll show you just the main ones. Like iced coffee mein aap dekhenge exotic flavors like blue curacao, passion fruit, and we have very local flavors like kachi curry and variali. So we have very localized flavors also, and we have very exotic flavors, and the regular flavors are there. Now we come up to what is our concept and how we've changed it. So bubble tea is our main concept. We are the first people in the whole world to brew bubble tea with green tea. I mean, why did we go with green tea iced teas? Because India के अंदर black tea iced teas जो है वो never a hit. जैसे आपने देखे रहेंगे लिप्टन आइस टी के इतने ज्यादा टेकर्स नहीं है, बट ग्रीन टी इंडिया में बहुत ही हिट कॉन्सेप्ट है. उसके हम आइस टीज बनाते हैं एंड इट्स ऑल फ्रेशली ब्रू, so it's really healthy. And उसके अंदर then we add flavors, 20 different flavors. Normally you get जो ग्रीन टी रहता है उसमें 5 से 6 फ्लेवर्स मिलते हैं, हमारे 20 डिफरेंट फ्लेवर्स के ग्रीन टीज है. उसके अंदर देन वी कैन ऐड द टॉपिंग्स एंड एवरीथिंग. जो बबल कॉफीज है, अगेन वी आर द ओनली पीपल इन इंडिया टू ब्रू कॉफी विद ग्रीन कॉफी. नॉर्मली कॉफी ब्रू होती है विद ब्लैक कॉफी. ब्लैक कॉफी का प्रॉब्लम क्या है, इट इज फुल ऑफ कैफीन, इट इज सुपर बिटर. तो उसके अंदर आप कुछ ना भी फ्लेवर डालो, कितनी भी शक्कर डालो, इट नेवर गेट्स द फ्लेवर इट शुड गेट. But with green coffee, it is 0% caffeine and 0% bitter. So you'll ask now why, more people don't do it. We don't know why they don't do it, but we have innovated a way how to do it. Because green coffee kachi beans hoti hai, so we freeze dry them with the proprietary product, and then we use the powder to brew our coffee. So it is a coffee which is good for all ages. तो मतलब आप अपने ये बच्चे को भी easily ये coffee दे सकते हो because it has 0% caffeine in it. And then we add it with the bubbles and jelly. Even our shakes, rich, creamy, thick shakes hai, but we don't use any ice cream in it. We use non-dairy creamers. Non-dairy में फायदा ये हो जाता है कि lactose free, allergy free, and it is low calorie. But it tastes exactly like a thick ice cream shake. And then again we add them with bubbles and jellies. Okay, अभी आप पूछेंगे bubbles होते क्या है? So these bubbles are literally syrup-filled bubbles which go and pop in your mouth. तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू टेकन अ वनीला शेक, उसमें आपने स्ट्रॉबेरी बबल्स डाले, तो एवरी टाइम यू गेट अ स्ट्रॉबेरी, तो आपके माउथ के अंदर लिटरली स्ट्रॉबेरी का एक हिट आएगा एंड वो वैनिश हो जाएगा. योर शेक विल स्टिल बी वनीला, इट विल नेवर बी अ मिक्स ऑफ वनीला एंड स्ट्रॉबेरी और समथिंग. Lassi, again, in lassi also, we don't make it with dahi, we make it with a probiotic base. This probiotic concept is really good for your health. It is good for your stomach in terms of, people have antacids and people have different other medicines to keep their stomach in check. But the best way to do is to have probiotic food. So that's why our, lassis are made by a probiotic base. It contains healthy bacteria, and but it tastes exactly like a thick lassi. Uske andar we add and subtract flavors. We can add jellies, we can add bubbles, so we can make a really boring product into a really fun and funky product. Again, our bubble waffle, our most trending selling item is the bubble waffle. अब देखें, glass is a 500 ml glass. It's like such a big glass, and उसके अंदर the waffle is still coming up. So this is a concept which has to be shared. It is not very easily eatable with one person. But इसमें फायदा क्या है कि ये इतना impact create करता है कि जब भी customer के सामने आता है, तो literally people first thing they do is remove their phone and take photographs out of it and share it. And there is no better marketing than marketing which is done by your customer. आप कितना भी मार्केटिंग कर लो, बट जो आपका कस्टमर जो मार्केटिंग करने से आपको जो इम्पैक्ट आएगा वो कोई भी मार्केटिंग से नहीं आता है. So that's why we created products which will get you viral. And ये viral word has become very important in the social media line. Nothing. American waffle. Like you must have seen everyone is doing Belgian waffle जो एक के ऊपर एक fold करके देते हैं. Our waffles are that thick only. They're really soft on the inside but crispy on the outside. Why we call them American waffles? Because this is the way American people have it. No one in India again has this concept. इसका बैटर अलग होता है, इसकी मशीन अलग होती है, इसका टेस्ट भी substantially अलग होता है. So people who want this concept will come to us directly. नाचोस, अगेन नाचोस आपने देखा रहेगा, चीज नाचो, जिसको आप चीज में डिप करके खा रहे हो या जिसको आप किस में भी डिप करके खा रहे हो. So that is why these, but what twist we made it more into a dessert. We have a machine in which we make sweet nachos. The machine will be right in your shop, freshly made in front of the customer, and then you dip it into ice cream and chocolate chips and cornflakes, and it becomes an ice cream which you can share. Normally, आपने अगर 100 rupees की ice cream ली, तो in the COVID times you would not like to share with 10 people. Maybe आप 1% के साथ share कर लेंगे, पर उससे ज़्यादा आप किसी के साथ share नहीं करेंगे. So this is a very social thing. आप ये लिटरली 10 पीपल्स के साथ में आप ये आइसक्रीम शेयर कर सकते हो, बिकॉज एवरीवन हैज अ डिफरेंट पीस ऑफ अ चिप इन देयर हैंड. अगेन आवर पैनकेक, नॉर्मली एक पैनकेक के साइज का हम 9 पैनकेक बना के देते हैं, स्मॉल बाइट साइज पैनकेक. So you don't have to dirty yourself. You can literally pick up one piece and have it. You can have it in assorted flavors, or you can have it in one single flavor. इसमें फायदा क्या है कि there is more topping and less batter. So people in India really like the concept of the topping rather than the batter. So it's not a very doughy, not a very chewy kind of a thing itself. Again, a lot of cities in India are very cold or rainy. So uske liye we just don't have cold products. We have hot products also. We have hot chai, hot coffee, and hot chai के अंदर if you also see we have जो हमारी चाय भी रहती है वो भी कैपेचिनो मशीन में बनती है. So it's very frothy, very airy, like you see in the photo over here. And we have different flavors. हमारे पास जो रेगुलर अदरक चाय और मसाला चाय तो है, but we have कड़क चाय, we have lemongrass tea, we have Hong Kong tea, we have Thai tea. जो हमारी Thai tea बनती है वो कोकोनट मिल्क से बनती है. So very different flavor. Again, hot coffee के अंदर we have the full barista machine, जिसके अंदर कैपेचिनो से लेके मोका कैपेचिनो से लेके लाटेज, we can make the whole thing. जो कैफे कॉफी में जो भी रेंज बनता है वो हमारे यहाँ भी बन जाता है. But yeah, nothing. Potato waffle, like how you told. How we said that we innovate with our products. No one in it, like a lot of franchisees were coming up to us and saying, okay, why don't we start fries? So rather than starting fries, we innovated up with our same machinery only. We started with our same infrastructure. We started potato waffles. So these potato waffles are जो उसका base होता है वो potatoes से, mashed potatoes से बनता है, उसके ऊपर we put pizza topping. So it is a combination of a waffle, it is a combination of French fries, and it is a combination of a pizza. All 3 into 1. So this is a concept which is one hit and viral in most of the outlets we've launched. Yeah, so we don't launch all products in all outlets. It depends on how much the franchise is willing to do. Not in terms of expenditure, in terms of how many more concepts can we take and easily give it out to the customer. So wherever we put this potato waffle, because it has an added procedure, wherever we put it, it's really doing very well. Nothing ice cream burgers. You must have seen burgers is always the savory products. We made burgers also healthy and sweet and dessert as such. So we, rather than a patty, we put a scoop of ice cream and then we added with cornflakes, chocolate chips, chocolate sauces. So it's like a nice, sweet and salty kind of a proposition as such. Very nostalgic thing. A lot of people like it. Now, दिस टैपियोका जो मैंने इनिशियली बोला था, जो बबल टी का जो मेन ऑथेंटिक बबल टी होता है, उसमें जो बबल रहता है वो टैपियोका से बनता है. टैपियोका इज अनदर नेम फॉर साबूदाना, बट साबूदाना इंडिया के अंदर जो रहता है व्हाइट कलर रहता है, टैपियोका इज ब्लैक कलर. इट इज मेड फ्रॉम द सेम एग्जैक्ट प्लांट, मेड फ्रॉम द cassava plant only. So yeah, and we use 100% natural tapioca, which we have to cook every day. So this is the only thing we cook in the place. Baki everything is pre-cooked and ready to serve as such. तो इसमें फायदा क्या है, बिकॉज इट इज फ्रेशली कुक, उसका जो टेस्ट रहता है इज वेरी फ्रेश एंड इट कैन बी एडेड इन एनी ड्रिंक ऑफ योर चॉइस. Yeah, this tapioca thing we still import from Taiwan because we want to keep the quality international, we want to keep the taste international, and we are the only one who import it in India. So anywhere आपको tapioca चाहिए, we are the only people where you can get tapioca. Again, we also add chocolate chips. People in India have a very severe sweet tooth. Sweet tooth मतलब जो लोगों को ज्यादा मीठा पसंद होता है उनको बोलते हैं कि उनको ज्यादा स्वीट टूथ है. So rather than popping bubbles, jellies or tapioca, we put chocolate chips. And हमारे straws इतने बड़े होते हैं, 12 mm के straws रहते हैं. These straws in India no one uses. Max to max India के अंदर 10 mm के straws use होते हैं. तो फॉर अस वी हैव स्पेशली मेड 12 स्टॉक, उसके अंदर आपके चॉकलेट चिप्स से लेके बबल्स से लेके जेली सब इजीली आ जाता है। तो इन एवरी ड्रिंक कभी भी आपको हंट करने की जरूरत नहीं, ऑटोमेटिकली आपके स्टॉक के अंदर सब कुछ इजीली फिट होता है। Nothing, fruit jellies are again, our fruit jellies are very unique. They are made out of coconut rather than gelatin. Because gelatin के लिए सबके दिमाग में वही होता है कि it might be made from beef or pork or whatever, जो उनका जो animal gelatin होता है उससे में भी बना होएगा. So yeah, we make our fruit jellies from coconut, but you will never taste the coconut. It tastes exactly like the fruit you are having. For example, you are having a mango jelly, so it will taste like mango. If you are having a strawberry jelly, it tastes exactly like strawberry. Yeah, but इसमें फायदा क्या है? It will be very very light also on your palate. तो नॉर्मली जेलेटिन रहते हैं वो कैसे पाउडरिश रहते हैं जो दांत में आके चिपक जाते हैं. These are like actual coconut मलाई कैसी होती है, that soft. Now main product जो main topping है that is popping bubbles. Initially जो main product था वो tapioca था, but when we bought this in India we saw this is the most selling concept. This we have in about 20 flavors, from kiwi से green apple से लेके passion fruit से लेके cranberry. In any flavor you can have it. You can even combine 4 to 5 flavors in your drink. So इसमें फायदा क्या है? Whenever you get a separate bubble, you get a different pop, and this literally bursts in your mouth and it's gone. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने 4 फ्लेवर डाली और जो ड्रिंक की फ्रूट पंच बन गई है. It will be a completely different drink and flavor whenever you get a pop of a bubble. So yeah, now I'll show you some photographs from our stores. Like you see, this is in the Phoenix City Market City Mall. You can see we are concentrating more on the takeaway part, and जो हमारी sitting की भी जगह थी हमने उधर एक Vespa खड़ी रखी where people can come and take photographs and post online. Like I told, the best marketing is someone who is doing it for you rather than you doing it for your own self. तो लोग जितने photographs लेंगे and जो जितना हमारा नाम दिखेगा उतना ही ये brand famous होएगा in your local city. So always we always focus on one place where people can take photographs. This is a store in Surat. This is our first store in Bandra, which is in Bandra West. You can see how we made it a very lab themed kind of a thing. Even if you see the uniform, it looks like a lab coat, but yeah, it is a t-shirt, nothing else. It's just a regular t-shirt, but it looks like a doctor का stethoscope है, and it's made in very that kind of sense. There are some ratings right now, but I would suggest you personally go onto our social media website and see our rating, how are people liking it. Most of them are nice ratings. There are some bad ratings. People don't like the concept. It is a new product, so we don't expect everyone to like it. But yeah, it is mostly 90% positive only. So yeah, so this is the basic idea of what the product is. Now, what I talk about is the investment. This is what everyone wants to hear now. So investment is about 14 to 15 lakh rupees. जिसमें आपका 5 लाख रुपए is your franchise fees, which you have to pay to us for a 5-year contract with our brand. 2 to 3 lakh rupees goes towards the machinery, जिसका हम पूरा आपको लिस्ट देंगे आपके फाइनेंशियल मॉडल के अंदर. 2 से 3 लाख रुपए आपका इन्वेंट्री, जो इनिशियल स्टॉक होता है, जो इनिशियल स्टॉक दुकान चालू करने के लिए लगता है, विच इज मोर देन इनफ फॉर 1 मंथ, वो हम 2 से 3 लाख का इनिशियल स्टॉक देंगे. एंड 4 से 5 लाख रुपए आपका शॉप के अंदर इन्वेस्टमेंट लगे है, विच इज योर इंटीरियर, योर एसी, योर कारपेंटरी, योर पेंटिंग, योर सिविल वर्क, योर इलेक्ट्रिकल्स. Again, we will give you a total breakup of that also. तो इसमें for example, if you have a good shop जिसके अंदर flooring use कर सकते हैं, we will cut that money. So it is a max cap figure which we are giving you of about 14 to 15 lakh rupees. It normally we have done outlets in lesser also. We have done outlets in more also. जिसकी location की हालत बहुत ही खराब है, तो automatically उसमें थोड़ा ज्यादा लग जाता है. Yeah, so this is a basic idea. So 14 to 15 lakh rupees goes towards opening up an outlet. इसमें now we talk about sales. So our best outlet does about 12 to 13 lakh rupees sales, and our worst outlet does about 2 to 3 lakh rupees worth of sale. Why so much variation? And इसमें worst outlet को क्या पैसा बचता है and बड़े outlet को क्या पैसा बचता है, that also I'll talk. जो worst outlet है, let's talk with that first. तो अगर आप 3 लाख का सेल पकड़े, which is about 10,000 rupees a day, which is quite achievable, very achievable. Why is it doing well? Maybe it was in a tier 3 city where the impact isn't high. Another thing, that franchise का 100% involvement कभी-कभी नहीं होता है, तो they just leave the store and automatically जितना उसमें organically चलता है उतना चलता है. That also does quite well. Another thing is now we'll talk about the breakup, sales breakup. So like I told, our product cost is about 20%. तो 3 लाख में 60,000 आपका प्रोडक्ट हो गया. आपका your rent should be about 25-30,000 rupees, because 3 लाख वाली जगह तो ऑटोमेटिकली जितनी बेटर लोकेशन होगी ऑटोमेटिकली उतना बेटर सेल होएगा. तो आई एक्सपेक्ट अ 3 lakh place to be about 25-30,000 rent होएगा उसका. That's about 90,000 rupees. 10,000 should be electricity, 1 lakh rupees. Say around 30,000 for staff, that's 1,30,000 rupees. And you have to give us a royalty, which is 6%. 6% of the sales, that should be about 18,000. That's about 20,000 of lump sum both पकड़ लीजिए. That's about 1,50,000. तो 1,50,000 के सामने you're getting 1,50,000, तो भी आपको completely मिल जाता है. So even the worst outlet of ours can easily recover their money in about 18 months, which we normally, you will see in our slides. What we are saying is we are doing 18 months के अंदर आपका maximum आपका recovery हो जाना चाहिए. Provided everything is working, everything is moving well. Now you will say कि ये COVID time का क्या? Now our brand was always positioned as a takeaway concept only. And takeaway में आपका Zomato, Swiggy ये तो चल ही रहा है. And उसमें social distancing भी कम है. तो we are not even saying कि हम dine in है. जैसे हमको restrictions भी नहीं लगते हैं. Because we are not a dining concept as such. People just come, take their drinks and leave. So it still works for us very as same as जो प्री कोविड चलता था वही हिसाब से चलता है. जब भी कंप्लीट लॉकडाउन होता है, यस वी हैव टू सेफगार्ड आवरसेल्व्स विद अ गुड एग्रीमेंट. वो थोड़ा हिट होता है, बट आई डू नॉट सी द थर्ड वेव कमिंग नाउ. एंड आई डू नॉट फील कि वापस कंप्लीट लॉकडाउन होने के चांसेस है. तो आई रियली फील दिस इज द बेस्ट टाइम टू पुट अ फ्रेंचाइज, बिकॉज राइट नाउ द मार्केट इज जो कम बैक हो रहा है, इट इज एट अ बिगर स्केल देन व्हाट पीपल हैड एक्सपेक्टेड. So this is, I feel, the right time to do it. Abhi right time is, again, why? Because there are a lot of locations which are empty. Like pre-COVID में to get a good location was very difficult. Now because COVID में इतनी shops बंद हो चुकी है, we are getting in very good locations as well. So it's a really good time to invest into a good shop, जो which will be a guaranteed growth, because right now the market is moving quite well. And now people पहले की चीजों से पक गया है. They are looking for new concepts. They are looking for new things to have. Because COVID में उनने अपनी फेवरेट चीज इतनी खा ली है कि now everyone is coming out is looking for a new concept. So yeah, so this is the basic breakup of our financials also. So yeah, we do charge a 6% royalty, which will be charged every month. For most of the people who might be thinking कि हम royalty भी charge करते हैं, yes, we do charge a royalty. Royalty covers, now a lot of people ask, royalty क्यों charge करते हैं? Royalty does cover our basic expenses like marketing, our backend, जिसमें जो हमारा मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है, हमारा स्टोरेज है, जो हमारी बैकएंड की चीजें है जिसके हमारे कोई डायरेक्ट इनकम नहीं मिलती है, एंड जिससे हम हमारी कॉस्ट कम रखते हैं. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ आई वाज बाइंग इट थ्रू अ थर्ड पार्टी, में मेरा कोई भी कॉस्ट नहीं होता, बट जो बैकएंड कॉस्टिंग होता है, बट they would keep their profit margin. That profit margin would be cut from your profit margin. तो जो हम 80% कॉस्टिंग दे रहे हैं वो हम 50% भी नहीं दे सकते थे, बिकॉज हमारा रॉ मटेरियल का प्राइसिंग उतना बढ़ जाता. So because we deal in really big numbers, we have to have all back-end facilities. And for that, to maintain that, we do need to take a royalty from our franchisees. So yeah, so this is my basic presentation. I would, Ashokji, if you don't mind, we could start the question and answers. If anyone has any question, I can see some hands which are raised. I would love to take the questions. So yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, Ashokji.
Thank you, Mr. Adnan. Thank you. Thanks.